Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Sunday Reset video. My name is Tiffany and I am so happy to have you joining me today. In today's video, we're going to be doing a lot of cleaning, some organizing, and a ton of laundry. So if you're like me and you need some laundry motivation anywhere you can get it, hopefully today will be that day. So we're getting started this morning here in my laundry room, just putting laundry away. I'm showing you here how I hang my kiddos' uniforms. This is a soccer uniform, and I always just try to hang the shorts or pants or whatever else goes with the top together, so that way it's just easy for them to grab. But here in my laundry room, as you can see, I've got piles and piles of laundry that need to get done, as well as laundry that's already been folded. I had my kiddos grab all of the hangers for me, so my goal today is to get as much of this laundry done as possible. Danny and I were actually preparing for vacation. When I was filming this, we were getting ready to go on an adult-only camping trip where we got to do some tubing down the river. It was so glorious and much needed. So I was trying to get the house in order. My mother-in-law was going to be staying here while we were gone with my kiddos, and I just wanted to make sure that, everything that could be done was done. Not because I felt like she, cared whether or not my laundry was done, but it's just always nice to come home to, a clean and organized house. And with that being said, I challenged my daughter to help me keep the house, clean the way I would clean it. And she did the most wonderful job. We came home on Friday, this past Friday, and the house was spotless. She had my favorite playlist going. The house was clean. The vacuum was running, the little robot vacuum, and she was laying on the couch reading. It was wonderful. All the little boys were asleep because we got home really late, and I just was so proud of her. And she said that it was really relaxing keeping the house clean, and I said, yes, that's a taste of your future, my dear. So that was really enjoyable. So like I said, this video was filmed before we went on that trip, so I was just trying to get as much done as I possibly could. So while I have you here, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who took the time to watch my summer morning routine video. In that video, I did a get ready with me. That has been highly requested, probably for the last, 6 months or so, and you guys were really, really kind. I was so afraid to put that video up because I just felt really vulnerable. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a mom who likes to put on a full face of makeup, and I was concerned, how that would be taken, and everybody was just so incredibly kind. So thank you to everyone who commented on that video and watched that video, and if you haven't seen it yet, I would definitely check it out. It's a good one. So like I said, we're just going to focus on getting this laundry done. And I don't know about you, laundry in my house just piles up. There are 7 of us. So if you're new to my channel, which we do have a lot of new subscribers recently, I am a elementary school counselor, and right now we're on summer break. My husband is a special ed teacher at a therapeutic day school. He works in a middle school, and we have 5 kiddos. Our oldest is going into 10th grade, and she's our only girl. And then we have 4 boys going into 8th grade, 5th grade, 3rd grade, and 1st grade. So our house is very, very busy, very full, lots of love and laughter and tons of laundry. There is never a shortage of laundry. Honestly, with just the clothes that we produce in one day, I could do a load every single day. And sometimes I try to do that, sometimes I don't, but it does get backed up sometimes. So right here you see me trying to find pairs of socks. That's one thing I would say. I don't know where our socks go. I have a feeling most of it has to do with the fact that my children take off their socks and leave them wherever they are, instead of putting them in the laundry basket, which is why I'm constantly searching for new socks. So while I'm in the laundry room, I'm just going to take a second to kind of wipe things down. It gets pretty dusty in here, sometimes dirty. In this cabinet that I'm wiping the counter for, this is where we keep our towels and where we keep our bathing suits and everything for the lake. Definitely not big enough, not enough space. We're working on creating another section in our home, in our garage for that. But for now, it's just easy to always know where it's at and to grab it. And with that being said, the kids are constantly in here grabbing stuff. So there's always mess in here. So just taking the time to wipe this off. This countertop here is quartz. We actually bought this as a remnant and had them just cut it down to size. If you've got a small section and you're looking for a nice countertop, always check the remnant section. I guarantee you'll be able to find something. That's what we did in our powder room as well. We have quartz countertop in there as well, and we just bought a remnant piece and had them cut it down. It was so much more affordable than buying it brand new. And then in my kitchen, we have solid surface countertops. So they're not quartz because I wanted to cut down on the budget a little bit, but you could definitely do your kitchen counters with remnant parts as well. So like I said, I'm just going to take this time to wipe down the rest of the laundry room. I kind of forget about these parts, like wiping down our washing machine and everything. I don't know. There's something about putting things into something that's supposed to get things clean, or using something like a vacuum that's really dirty. So I try to wipe those things down fairly regularly. So that's what we're doing here. And we're going to get more laundry started. We're going to try to keep this going as much as possible while we work on other things in the house. Before I put down the rug that I had just washed from the powder room here, I wanted to just give the floor a good vacuum. I had just mopped the night before. I don't always film mopping. I don't know. I don't enjoy doing it, so I don't enjoy watching it, so I don't enjoy filming it. Do you understand how I feel there? I don't know. It takes forever to mop my floor. But I did do it the night before, and then I just really gave this powder room a good wipe down the night before as well. Like I said, my mother-in-law was going to be staying here, so I just wanted to make sure that it was clean for her. And so I wiped everything down, gave the floors a good mop, and then washed the rug. That rug is from World Market, and I love it. And the rug here in my laundry room was actually a gift from my mom when we first moved into our house, and I love it. It's so pretty. And so nice to have the laundry room cleaned back up and the clothes put away. So this area over here where we have our wall tree gets pretty messy, gets pretty backed up with shoes and stuff like it has right now. But we're going to work on organizing that as well here in just a little bit. One thing I always try to have on hand in my house is something to keep the house smelling good. So whether that is, just some kind of plug-in, which I'm using here. Today I'm using the Glade plug-ins. These are the exotic tropical blossom scent. They smell fantastic. They've got like a touch of vanilla and I don't know, something else. They just smell so good. I have it in our guest room, and I wanted to put a fresh one here in the powder room before having a guest stay over. So I'm just plugging in a new one, and it just keeps everything smelling really fresh. And since I was working on that area, I decided to add a new plug-in here in my front entryway as well. I went with the same scent that I had before. That's the warm vanilla sugar. This is my favorite scent to have in my house. It just smells so cozy, and it's my favorite. So I probably have this one in most of the time, even, during the holiday changes and things like that. I just love this one. So this is the one you'll find in my house typically. After I got done changing out the scents and fixing up the bathroom and getting a little bit of some lunch, it was time to flip over the laundry. So I'm going to fold the laundry here in the dryer, and then we'll flip over when the washer finishes. Moving into my entryway, again, just focusing on this front part of my house since we were going to have guests over. Just wanted to take some time to clean my glass mirror here, as well as our storm door. Now you're going to notice my little dog. That's Charlie, if you're new to my channel. She's actually laying right here beside me while I'm doing this voiceover, but she is our 8-year-old Chiweenie. That means she is Chihuahua and Dachshund mix, and she is under my feet all the time. If she's not following me, she's following her dad. So as you see, I'm bending down here to clean the door, and she refused to move. She wanted to stay right where she was. And that was fine with me. She's always with me, God bless her. So we're just gonna get the storm door cleaned off. This was something we installed in the spring, and I am so thankful that we did. We discussed having this when we first moved into the house. We knew we wanted something like this, but we weren't sure exactly what it was going to look like, and we purchased this from Home Depot. It was very affordable, considering it's both a glass storm door as well as a screen door, so that glass door can be popped out and the screen door can be popped in. But it has been so incredibly hot where we live here in New England. It's been in the 90s. I thought I got away from that, but I guess I didn't. We brought it with us, but because it's been so hot, we have only kept the glass door on. And most days, honestly, we've actually been keeping it closed once the sun gets to that side of the house. So We're moving now into the living room. We have been doing a lot of movie nights here at my house since it's summer. Normally those are reserved for the weekends, always on Fridays, but because it's been such a nice summer, we've been watching movies almost every single night. So we have lots of blankets that are out right now. So we're just going to get those put away. I keep blankets both in the sideboard as well as that basket that you just saw, as well as all over the couch. So there is just nonstop blankets all over my house, and that's okay. I love it. It's nice and cozy. I've actually just been picking up some for the fall, so I can't wait to show those to you guys. Have you guys started your fall decorating or shopping yet? Not decorating, I'm sorry, but shopping. I feel like if I wait any longer, it's going to be gone when I actually want it. So I've been doing some shopping over the last couple of days. I remember last year when I went in November for my birthday to Hobby Lobby, I was excited to purchase some new fall decor, and all of the fall stuff was gone, and like most of the Christmas was gone. It was crazy. So all of that stuff is out now, and it's, July, but I figure if I don't get it now, it may be gone when I actually want it. So have you guys started your shopping yet? And of course, it's time to flip over the laundry. This is your cue. This is your reminder if you need it to flip over your laundry if it's ready, or get some laundry going if you haven't already. I am not kidding you when I say laundry is probably one of my favorite and least favorite chores. It sounds so crazy. I love doing the laundry. I love loading the washing machine and the dryer. I like folding the laundry. For whatever reason, putting it away is where I have like a hard line. I just don't enjoy doing it. Is that how it is in your house? Like, I will spend all day washing and drying and folding the clothes, but when it comes to putting it away, I don't know why. I cannot bring myself to do it. So a lot of times it'll sit here in the laundry room longer than it needs to, or in baskets. It's so terrible. I wish I didn't have that habit, but what are your guys' tricks for getting your laundry done and put away as soon as it comes out of the dryer? heading back into our family room, I wanted to take a second to wipe down our doors here. These doors get really dirty from fingers and faces, and we've had tons of fireflies all over our back porch. And so the kids have been, here at the door at night, and they'll push their faces up against it. So I really needed to wipe these down. They were so dirty. And since this is right here in the family room and we walk by it all day long, and we go out here on the deck all day long, we take Charlie out into the backyard, it just gets constant use and you see it all the time. So it's one of those areas I feel like I need to clean pretty regularly. If not every week, I at least do it every other week, if it's not every single week. All right, we're moving into the kitchen, which, it looks pretty messy here. It really wasn't that bad. I was putting it off because I felt like it just needed so much tidying up, and I was in more of like a deeper cleaning mode, but it really wasn't that terrible. I made sure the kids all ate before I came in to clean, and it was a lot of dishes that needed to be put away from the dinner the night before when my kids had done the dishes. So it really was just a lot of cleaning. And then there on the counter, you see my lunchbox. You guys, I am not even playing with you when I say that lunchbox got moved into my garage like right after the school year when we were dealing with the mouse in my car, which is much better now, by the way. And it got forgotten about. So Danny's been working on organizing the garage, and he found my lunchbox, and it had food in it from school. Oh my goodness. It wasn't anything that had gone bad. It was like crackers. I think there was a Slim Jim in there. And it was just dirty from the school year. So we're going to get that wiped out here in just a little bit as well. But right now we're just focusing on getting everything put away off the counters. And then I'm going to take a second to get the dishwasher emptied. This is not typically my job. Typically my boys do this. However, they were outside playing this day. They have been so good about going outside, even though it's been so hot. I hate to bring them in to do the chores. So since I just wanted to get this done and over with because we were leaving the next day, I did take care of it when normally they would do this. So we're going to get this dishwasher emptied, and we're going to get into our next chore. A few months ago, I posted a video reorganizing my kitchen and putting things where I felt they needed to be, and I am loving it. We have done such a good job at keeping the kitchen organized. The kids are starting to learn where everything goes, and it's really working out. I love how organized our kitchen feels. Our kitchen in Las Vegas felt like we had a lot of space that didn't get used or wasn't very well organized because we didn't have the pull-out drawers, but having those drawers makes such a big difference. And if you are, like I said, in a remodel, or if you are building a kitchen, I've mentioned this before, I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you consider putting in the drawers on the bottom. I just feel like you use the space so much more. We love them. It was a non-negotiable for me. Danny was really on the fence because he had never really dealt with the drawers before, but he is so very thankful now that we have them because you really do utilize the entire cabinet. It makes such a big difference. So lately I have been struggling to keep my sink really clean because my kiddos are doing the dishes most of the time. They don't always empty it out. My husband was cleaning some carpet upstairs, so I'm just going to clean out this big bowl that he had here. I didn't dump the water down the drain. He had already flushed it down the toilet, but I just wanted to get this clean. I could have put it in the dishwasher, it just would have taken up a ton of space. So fun fact, that bowl was my mom's. I have had that bowl since I first moved out of my house when I was 19, and she gave it to me when I moved out, and I still have it. I still love it. It doesn't typically get used for food. It's usually used for if we were cleaning something or we need a garbage bowl while we're cooking, that kind of thing. But I've had it forever. So anyway, so I have been cleaning my sink a lot with the Barkeeper's Friend. I had purchased this a while ago when we first moved into the house. I don't remember what I bought it for, but I am loving it for my sink. It does such an incredible job. So I sprinkle it all over the sink. I'll use the Scrub Daddy gently to scrub out the sink, and it buffs out everything. And then the sink is just brand new looking. It's white and sparkling and super clean. I've been trying to show my oldest son how to do this because he's the one that does the dishes. And I told him this is how the sink needs to look when you're done. It doesn't always happen, but he does his best. So here is a look at the inside of that lunchbox. Oh my goodness, it's so gross, kind of embarrassing, but we're going to give this a good clean. I decided the Barkeeper's Friend was right here. I just wanted to use it and scrub it down and see how that did. So I added a little bit of water in there, and then again, I used a Scrub Daddy to just scrub it down really well. It did a phenomenal job. My lunchbox looks brand new. I could have popped this in the washing machine, but the outside was perfectly fine. It was just the inside that had gotten dirty. So gonna get this wiped down and get it rinsed out and then put away for the start of the new school year. Realized while I was doing the dishes and things that I needed to refill our soap dispenser, although I really only had a little bit left, so it didn't do much. I needed to order some more, but that little soap dispenser is actually from Target, It's an oil can soap dispenser. You can find them on Amazon as well. I love how it pumps. You just put your thumb there on the top and push it down, and it works really, really well. I also realized that our soap was out, so I went over here to where I keep all my candles and plug-ins. This is also where I keep soaps. So every time the soaps go on sale at Bath & Body Works for $2.95, I grab as many as I can, as many as I can afford at that time, and just try to have a good stockpile. So I had some summer scents that I was excited to be using, and they both smell fantastic. Now that the kitchen is clean, we're going to move into our final chore of the day, and that is organizing this coat closet here in the front of our house. This closet has kind of been the bane of my existence for a while now. However, I was just putting it off because I wasn't sure what our storage was going to look like in here. But I finally decided enough was enough. The kids have been struggling to find their shoes, and it was time to get things organized. Up here on the top, we had all their soccer gear and other sports gear that just needed to find a home and get organized. So I had purchased some items on Amazon to organize, and we're going to start by emptying out all of the things that are in the closet here on the floor. That includes their backpacks from the year. There's some things I needed to return, and then an endless amount of shoes, you guys, an endless amount. And I did end up getting rid of some. Those were also our dust brooms and things like that, which are going to be hung in the garage. But just getting, this closet is a decent size. It's little, but it holds a ton apparently, because it took me forever to get this stuff out. So I decided to only keep shoes that had a pair, obviously, and shoes that were not, destroyed to the point where there were holes in them, shoes that, actually still had life in them. And we had a ton of shoes. So once I got everything out of the closet, I took some time to vacuum it, get it nice and clean, and then we're going to get things organized. So here's a look at just my little boy's shoes and a few pairs of my daughter's. And my oldest son only has a pair of shoes. And here are all the shoes that we're going to get rid of. They look like they're in decent shape, but they're not. They literally have holes in them. So I purchased this door shoe organizer on Amazon. It was crazy cheap. I think it was like less than $8. I ended up purchasing another one for my daughter to put in her closet. But this is what we have in our master closet. It's what we had back in Las Vegas to help organize shoes. It just keeps things really easy to find. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing option, because you do see the little hooks on the other side of the door, but they're at the very top and they're small. You barely notice them. And this is honestly the most easy way to organize shoes. So once I got this up on the door, I just started by putting my littlest child's shoes on the bottom. So my son Ryan, he's 6, His shoes are on the bottom, and then working our way up to the top to my oldest son's shoes being at the very, very top, since he is the tallest in my entire house and can reach those shoes. My daughter's shoes are up in her room because she has a ridiculous amount. She has more shoes than everybody combined. So her shoes are upstairs, and mine and my husband's shoes are in our closet. But since we don't allow shoes upstairs, I just have my little boys take their shoes off when they first get in the house, keep them here in this shoe organizer, and they're easy to find. And since we've had this up for the past week, my kids have been loving it. It's so easy to find their flip-flops. It's so easy to find their tennis shoes. They don't have to look for anything. I don't have shoes piling up in the laundry room, and I am so thankful that we did this. Next step, I just wanted to organize all of the soccer bags up here. Soccer starts again in the fall, so I didn't want to put them away. However, I just wanted to get them, into an organized space. So that's what we're doing. I'm just putting them in this cloth box that I had that had lived on the floor before, and now it's just going to live up here on the shelf with the soccer bags. And then I grabbed another plastic container that I had to hold the hats as well as some of their karate belts. So that's just going back up onto the top shelf as well. And man, what a difference it makes when things are organized and easy to find. And that is it for today's Sunday Reset, my friends. I hope that you got the motivation you needed to get your chores done, or you feel nice and relaxed watching this video. So if you enjoyed it, I would love for you to consider giving it a big thumbs up. I would love to have you subscribe and come back for more. And until the next one, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Take care, my friends.